All right.
1 minute 30 seconds.
Hey, good morning, and welcome to Ida Get Ecstatic Into the Unknown.
You couldn't remember the name of the comp there for a second.
No.
You had to read it off the screen.
I somehow thought it was
It's a bit long.
I was confused, but yeah. So we just heard the minute 30 countdown for the first round of statics. We have 3 athletes diving in this first heat. Fitri, Choon, and Benoit.
That's 1 minute to official top. Joel, could you send us across to the static apnea? So we've got 3 static zones running simultaneously. So in zone A, we have Fitri Pratiwi, who's come over from Indonesia. In zone B, we've got Choon from Singapore. Actually, sorry, I tell a lie. He lives in Singapore, but he's from Malaysia. And in lane C, we've got Piguet from France, who has come over from Thailand.
And Fitri's static PB in a competition at least is 4:45. Benoit's is 7:55. And Choon, we don't have one. I don't know if you know what sort of time he dives normally.
Actually, no, I don't think he's done a static comp before. He's been doing some DNF before in the past.
Official top.
There's official top.
2, 3, 4,
Choon has gone in. Fitri's gone in.
7, 8.
All 3 divers down within 10 seconds.
Did anyone count how many times Ben was packing? These are the sorts of notes we should be taking. I forgot to count. Get some secret tips. Ben recently, about a month ago, 6 weeks ago now, did a 10-minute breath hold in training. So he's got a huge breath hold. He hasn't done so many comps, but he trains very, very devotedly with Florian and with Aaron in Thailand, as well as the other crew who are there. Shout out to the Thai crew.
So he's very much like a static specialist, right?
Yeah, he's got the static physique. He's very skinny, medium height, and big lung capacity. He just seems to be able to keep pushing and pushing and pushing.
So yeah, it's been a wet morning here in Singapore. We had some storms over earlier. Still raining, but no lightning alert. Those of you who are familiar with Singapore weather, usually rain comes with a lightning alert, and we're not allowed in the pool. But we got that rare light rain without lightning.
Yeah, we're always terrified that a Cat A is going to be announced. Cat A has got nothing to do with cats, even though I've got what's the name of this cat? I've forgotten. Leopold? What's the name of the cat? We have a tradition of cat mascots, which is why there's a cat on my microphone. But a Cat A is nothing to do with cats. It's a Category A weather event. It's when it's announced by the National Weather Agency in Singapore, all outside activities basically have to stop. So pools need to be cleared, and golf courses cleared, etc. So we've got rain. There's been lightning around other parts of Singapore, but we haven't had a Cat A for this region yet, so we're keeping our fingers crossed. Has meant that all of our cameras and cables and stuff like that have been a bit compromised, so that's been a bit tricky. Pete, I can see Choon's putting his feet down.
Well, he's grabbed the wall and he's kind of moving back and forth a bit. I'm not sure if he's on his way out or if he's just kind of stretching out his diaphragm a little bit, dealing with the contractions. It's something some athletes like to do, just grab the wall, just stretch a bit. But yeah, he just doesn't actually seem to be moving out yet. Still floating.
Okay, and we can see they're all approaching 3 minutes at the moment. Choon's just past 3 minutes. The others went in slightly after the official top time.
Okay, he's got his feet down now.
Yeah. Under IDA rules, it's absolutely fine to go in a bit late, as long as you do it within 10 seconds.
I can't really see now with safety and the judges in the way, but it still seems to be under. I think the judge is just checking that his airways are still underwater. Oh, he's up. Looks pretty clean. Yeah, nice and easy. I expect that will be a white card.
Yeah. Nice job. Looks very clean.
It looks to be around 340. Which I think is probably a good time for him, judging by his dynamic competition results.
It's a little bit of movement from Fitri. You can see her body's just rocking very, very slightly. Aaron still looks pretty chill. Been discussing his comp strategy. He hasn't been very well recently, so he's kind of been in recovery mode, but feeling stronger every day. So I think he's just going to play it by ear. He's enjoying the comp vibes. Hopefully he'll come and talk to us in a little bit and tell us a bit about his preparation and what's been going on.
Yeah. So judge is getting ready to award card for Choon. It's a white card, like we thought.
Nice.
Good result.
It took them quite a long time to make the decision.
Yeah. Fitri just coming towards the edge now at 450.
Yeah, this is a great hold for Fitri.
Yeah, this is a
especially with the
competition best
condition.
for her. She gets this. 5 minutes. Flick of a finger. Oh, and she's up. Good recovery.
Looks like she wanted the
Yeah.
5 minute.
Yeah.
Wow, strong surface protocol.
I think she had more there, eh?
Yeah. Could have gone on for another 30 seconds.
Yeah, that looked good. Certain that's going to be a white card for her as well. And yeah, competition best by looks like around 20 seconds. Wait to see the official time, but up from a previous best of 4:45 for her. And now the long wait for Benoit to finish.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't know what his comp strategy is.
So you're saying
He looks very still at the moment, though, right?
Yeah, yeah, and no movement at all. I don't know. Does he get time updates from his coach, or we can't really hear from
I think
here?
Florian's coaching over the shoulders of the judges. There's no one in the water with him.
Yeah,
Flo trying to keep dry.
yeah. Florian's got his own dive coming up later, so he doesn't want to get cold.
All of the static athletes are very, very low weights because they've been fasting for months now, some of them. I mean, Ben looks super steady. I can't see any movement at all, can you?
No.
It's like a rock.
Yeah,
His comp PB is just under 8 minutes.
yeah. We're at coming up at 6:30 now. A little way to go. Have you been speaking to him about his form?
Not so much recently. He seems he's a very laid back guy, but he works very hard in Thailand. He works for Nama Free Diving. So he trains on his off days or before work, and he's just been slowly, year after year, just improving, kind of gaining a minute a year. And this was a really big push he had in July earlier this year,
Right.
and took him to did kind of a week or 2 week peaking series. Took him to 10 minutes.
Is that for Japan?
No, he didn't go to Japan.
Okay.
In fact, we were both kind of in similar situations where we couldn't travel at the time. So
Right.
we were chatting online and saying we're going to have kind of an Instagram world championship attempt, because
Okay, yeah.
we were a bit FOMO that we were missing.
Yours went well.
Mine went well as well. I got to 9 minutes, but
Yeah.
haven't done another long hold since then. That was 6 weeks ago.
Anyway, do you need to go get warmed up? Do you need to start your warm up?
No, I'm not going.
You're not going.
No, I'm DNSing for
Okay.
this morning. The comp set up. I've had like 3 hours sleep for the last 3 nights, so I've got a second chance this afternoon. I might go for it then, but
Okay.
I'll see if I can chill. My heart rate right now is probably about 110. So
Yeah. So Ben's just crossed over 8 minutes, which I
nice.
guess
That's
is
a comp
competition
PB.
best for him.
He's just got a hand up. This is looking really good.
And you see Florian now talking to him pretty constantly. keeping him updated, keeping him alert. He's just rocking himself back and forward at the edge of the pool. It looks just like a technique he has to help him stay alert, stay relaxed, deal with the contractions.
Yeah.
And he's up. Oh, very smooth exit. Looked quite easy. Nice strong recovery. At about 8:49, 8:50.
Yeah. The time has disappeared from the screen. Sorry about that. Something's gone a bit funny with the formatting there. Let's see if I can fix that in a moment. But it was, yeah, about 8:49.
Yeah.
That is a pretty big comp PB. He'll be happy.
Over a minute. Nearly a minute, rather. Yeah, he looks happy.
Nice. He is stoked.
So,
What a way to start.
3 white cards in the first round.
Okay, well, that was a great start from our first three athletes, 3 white cards.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get some of them over to chat to us in a bit. Coming up in the next round, starting in 10 minutes time, roughly, we have Cecilia, Afiza, and Aaron Fisher. Cecilia from Indonesia, Afiza from here in Singapore, and Aaron from Canada. So we seem to have a lot of overseas athletes for this competition. There's about 24, 25 athletes in total for the comp. As you'd expect, quite a few from Singapore, but quite a few from Indonesia and Malaysia as well. And we have Darryl joining us from the UK and Aaron from Canada. I'm not sure who gets furthest traveled, whether or not Aaron's actually come from Canada or if he's based more here in the region. But maybe we'll get to chat to him later as well. So it's been a pretty wet and overcast week here in Singapore, and since the pools are outdoors, that would have had an impact on the pool temperature. It'll still be pretty warm, but
It's actually kind of a good thing in this pool. Do you remember we had that one comp a couple of years ago? I think it was national championships, and it was so warm, the water, that there were a lot of early finishes and underperformances and a couple of BOs as well.
yeah, it's quite an exposed pool here. You don't have any high roofs on any side, so it catches a lot of sun during the day. So if it's a sunny week, it can warm it up by a couple of degrees. Yeah, and on max attempts, that really has an impact. Today, the pool should be a bit cooler than normal. It will still be like warm, but maybe down to say like 26, 27 degrees. And air temperature today is pretty cool as well for Singapore. So I think if you're doing static and a long warm up, there's a chance that you could actually get a bit cold if you haven't got a thick suit. But for dynamics, I think it should be pretty nice conditions. Just for no warm up, max temps. Generally, want a bit of a cooler pool to get the cold water on your face to help with a stronger dive reflex. Something we usually lack here in Singapore. Just none of our pools are chilled. They're all outdoor, so the temperature here never really gets below 26 degrees in the daytime. It's usually around 30, and so the pools are kind of a similar temperature. It's nice for us when we get to go to an indoor pool somewhere else. But today, I haven't measured it, but I would expect the pool to be chill versus normal. Like I say, it's kind of been raining all week. We've got 7 minutes till the next round. See some of the athletes are in the water already, doing their warm-ups. And you can see now we've got the official results. So Fitri was a 5:05 with a white card. I say that's a complete lead for her by how much? I think that's around 20 seconds. Yeah, it is exactly 20 seconds more than her previous one. Choon had a 3:35. That's his first static in the competition. A good solid result there for him. And Benoit, the official time was 8:50. So up from 7:55, his previous competition best. Tom said he's done 10 minutes in training, but with static, I think more than other disciplines, people struggle to get equal to a training best in a competition, just because the adrenaline is just never your friend in static. Any kind of raised heart rate on the day, which you're always going to have in a comp, I think, it's just going to have a negative impact on your dive. Unless you're like very much a beginner, I'd say, pushing through CO2, it might help you. But otherwise, yeah, people expect to get, I think, maybe a minute or more or less in a competition than they would in training. So I expect to be pretty pleased with that.
Yeah, in lane A, we can just see Afiza finishing her warm-up. Got about 5-6 minutes until official top.
Yeah.
There we go.
And we see, wait, which screen?
All these umbrellas are obscuring our views, but
There's Afiza. Trains with Apnea 42 club here in Singapore. She's always at competitions, but not often competing.
no.
One of our judges.
She was the president of the Apnea Association of Singapore for a long time,
Yeah.
and then has had various other roles in that. She's the one that keeps it all running behind the scenes. So usually, whose is that?
Yeah, usually judging or organizing. But today she's competing. She has done some comps before, but yeah, just not as often as she's doing other stuff. And then we see Aaron Fisher.
Just noticed a problem. Hang on a sec.
His best result in competition is 7:29, which is the Canadian national record. I've not met Aaron before, and I don't know if he lives and competes in the region. And then lastly, we have Cecilia, who trains at my club at Zen Freediving. She's been focusing a lot on static recently, I think. She took part in some comps earlier in the year. With her competition best is 5:11. I don't know if she's done better than that in training. I think she's kind of around that level. I think that was a good result for her. Do you know anything about Aaron? Do you know where he trains?
So Aaron's a bit of a nomad, and he's been living. Probably got friends from all over. So if you're in Dahab, then I'm sure you know him well because he's been there for a while. Currently, he's been spending a lot of time in Thailand. Basically, I think to train with the static group there with Florian and with Ben and a few of the other crew there. So he's been doing quite a few comps over the last year, and he's broke the Canadian national record about probably almost a year ago now. And every comp since then, he's added a few seconds to it.
Oh, great. He only has static competition results under IDA. Doesn't have any others.
He only started freediving, I think he said, a year and a half ago. So
oh, wow.
He has really made big jumps.
Yeah. Cecilia's only has static results as well under IDA. I think her comp best is a 5:11. And Afiza has multiple disciplines, and her static best is 4:31.
1 minute 30 seconds.
So about 1 minute 15 to go. Afiza with her watch in front of her. I guess she's timing her breaths,
1 minute.
counting maybe in for 4, out for 4, making sure she doesn't over or under ventilate. I think it's easy in a comp. You might be practicing your 4-4 breathing for your static in training, but once you get to the comp, counting for with the extra adrenaline, you might be counting.
Yeah.
You might be breathing a bit harder.
Well, your body's metabolism's just a bit fast because your heart's running a bit quicker, so you're producing more CO2.
Yeah.
Desaturating a bit, even in the first minute of the hold.
So it's good to have a timer there in front of you, so at least you can keep one thing consistent. Some athletes putting their nose clip on pretty late there, starting their packing.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Official time. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Afiza's down on time. Aaron's down on time. And so Cecilia, everyone down within the 10 seconds. Make sure they keep no penalty points. Cecilia very slowly lowering herself in there, keeping hold of the edge of the pool for a good few seconds. And it sometimes helps you to feel a little bit more stable. Like if you let go of the pool edge too suddenly, you can rock around a bit. And I think sometimes you can get your body just contracting to try and stabilize you.
Yeah.
So just to release yourself nice and slowly.
Yeah, I like to hold on just with my fingertips until I'm perfectly steady, and then I just slowly let go.
Yeah, I find that sometimes even when I moved around a little bit, you can feel just some of your core muscles just engaging, trying to keep your body stable.
Yeah, we forgot to count Aaron's packing again.
Yeah, it's a bit hard with
Have to
the
make a note. Watch
screen.
the video replay later.
I mean, he only put his nose clip on with 20 seconds to go. I don't know if that means that's when he was starting his packing.
Oh, okay.
And how about doing stacks in the rain, Tom? You like it?
I was just about to say that. This amount of rain now, because it's just pitter-pattering, it's actually quite nice.
Yeah.
When it's hard, it can get pretty noisy on the back of your hood. Sometimes I find it's like Japanese water torture.
Yeah, with the hoods on, it can really amplify the noise. But it's quite nice, like sensation across your back. And yeah, just like the sound on the water. This is a nice level for it. You can see Afiza there, floating, looking very relaxed. Afiza is, from my understanding, she does a lot of kind of meditation and then that sort of mental side of things, breath work. She's a very relaxed person generally, I think.
She's had some good results as well. She doesn't compete often, as we were saying earlier, but she's done 150 in Dynamic B in the pool. She's got a 5+ breath hold as well. You can see the raindrops just pitter-pattering on the surface there. It's actually kind of pretty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Looks so much calmer and stiller underwater.
Yeah, it's interesting contrast there.
Okay, we're just passing the 2-minute 30 mark.
I think that's quite nice as well when you're above water and it's kind of noisy and windy, and as soon as you go under, it's nice and still like that. Cecilia's opted to go with an umbrella. I don't know if that's for her or for her coach.
Yeah. You can see all the timings on the. You can see all the timings on the split screen. Yeah. I'm just going to give a quick shout out to Ulf, who's a buddy of mine. We've been developing this app Overdrive, and he's been up till 2 a.m. the last few nights making sure that it was ready in its new form for this comp. So Yeah, we got timing. You can see.
So you see Afiza's having some pretty strong contractions there.
Yeah.
Rocking back and forth.
It's a bit early, I would say.
Well, yeah, we're at 3:30. Sometimes the earlier contractions are the strongest. So hopefully she's able to sort of get over these and relax again. It seems to be continuing quite large. And Cecilia is also reaching for the edge. It'd be a bit early for her at 3:40. She's coming up.
Yeah, she's been having a bit of a love-hate thing with static recently. We've been training together a few times. And she recently did a PB of 6 minutes.
Cecilia's up.
Yeah, so she's up.
3:56. So
Won't be exactly what she was looking for, but she's smiling.
in a good mood.
Yeah.
And Afiza's making her way up as well. About 4:20 for her. So I think her comp PB was 4:35. So she's close to that. Just checking her head still on it, and she's up at 4:30.
Yeah.
And good surface protocol. So yeah, similar to her previous competition best, but those contractions did look pretty strong for her. We can see here on the camera, kind of rocking.
She always has
about
the
2:30.
jumping out of your skin type contractions, but that was just a little bit earlier than normal, I would say.
Yeah, but I think white cards for both. To see
Okay, so
Afiza.
we've only got Aaron left.
So he's coming up on just over 5 minutes now. We're just waiting to see what card Afiza is getting.
Can't see the
I'm pretty
card.
sure that was a white.
They're deliberating it for some reason. Okay, we'll come back to that. Come back to that. Oh yeah, she got the white. Isn't that nice?
White, yeah, excellent.
I wonder why they took so long.
Yeah. So if we take a look at Aaron now coming up for 5:30. You see there he's 2 minutes away from his competition best at 7:29. And again, Florian coaching him. Florian's had a busy morning of coaching. Yeah, Florian actually has his own OT at about 35 minutes.
Yeah.
But he's keeping out of the water still, keep himself warm.
Has Aaron got a hand up? Doesn't look like it.
Can't really see it.
Held gently by Florian.
Yeah.
Looks like there's some contractions though. Yeah, he said that he's definitely not pushing for big PBs, especially in the first days. Just going to see what happens.
Oh yeah, I mean the static. So it's 3-day competition here, and if you choose to do static, you get 2 OTs on a given day. So if you did static 3 days, you get 6 static OTs.
Yeah.
Is Tom designing a comp? Static focus.
It's one of our MOs. We get ecstatic for a reason. We really wanted to support the dynamic divers as well because they haven't had many comps this year.
So
but yeah, two
making his
official
way up.
pops. Yeah, Aaron is getting his feet in.
He's already approaching. Oh, there he is. 6:50. Strong recovery breaths. That's a little bit of a shake.
Yeah, he is having a bit of a shake.
I think he's recovered there, and he's got the nose tip up, and he's done the okay side. I think that would be a white. I think that's good. I mean, he didn't go for the nose clip too early. Listen to his coach. You know, it's much easier to get a red card if you've started the surface protocol before that kind of shaking happens. So if you wait for the shaking to pass before you start your surface protocol is generally a good idea. So yeah, 6:50, a little bit off of his PB, but if what you're saying is right, Tom, that he's just easing his way in, then I think that's a good first dive for him.
Yeah, I think probably he's going to be content with whatever he does. So I think that was maybe even slightly better than. Yeah, he looks pretty happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's a very long dive. So if is he doing static all days? Do you know?
Yes, he's doing statics all day.
So potentially
There's quite a few static specialists.
potentially 6 static dives in the next 3 days. So as a first one out of 6, that's a pretty good result.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go and see if I can find some competitors to come and talk to us.
Sure.
Talk to you.
So up next should be Tom. As you can see, he's not competing. Taking a break this morning.
I may do this afternoon.
Yeah, so Tom's OT this afternoon is 150, but he's going to skip his 1040 OT that's coming up next. And then we have Thiam and Garth. So Garth trains here in Singapore with my school, Zen Freediving. He's also a static specialist. Does a lot of meditation. Really new to the sport. I think less than 2 years, maybe a year and a half. It's done 1 or maybe 2 competitions before in static. And looking for a good result today. So here we now can see the official results. So Cecilia 357. We'll have a chat with her about that. It's not her best. See what maybe went wrong. Afiza 430. She seemed pretty happy with that, and it's pretty close to her competition best, which I think she said a little while ago. So good dive from her. As we said, for Aaron, 650, the first of potentially 6 static dives this weekend. So yeah, also a good result. So 6 out of 6 white cards so far. I guess with the static side of things here, people know that they have backup dives. If they're even if they're just doing 1 day of static, they get a second attempt in the afternoon. Or if they're doing a couple of days and they know they've got a lot of dives coming up. So maybe people are not pushing so much on the first dive, or maybe if they're not comfortable, they're not having a great breath hold, then just calling it a bit early. Maybe that's what happened with Cecilia. We'll see. And yeah, so Garth, I know, can do. Actually, what can he do these days? It just gets longer and longer. Over 648. Is that his competition best, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Garth's competition best is 648. I think I was actually coaching him for that one. In training, he can do over 7 minutes. And competition best is a 504. I'm not sure where you can train here in Singapore, actually. But yeah, I think Garth will be looking to beat that. He was training to go to Japan and pulled out of that. He was only going to go there to compete in static. So I think he's still in relatively good form as a result of that training. So we'll see today. This is sorry, it's the technical adjustment here. As you can see, there's quite a lot going on with the live stream. Tom takes a lot of time to set this up. We've got multiple cameras, underwater, above water, and a lot of graphics showing athletes' competition bests, and a percentage of bests and their world and national rankings. Trying to see if I can get all this. Okay. I think I'm just getting into the water now. It looks dry, so it doesn't have much of a warm-up, I guess. I mean, maybe he was doing dry warm-ups, but certainly he hasn't been in the water yet. I wonder if he's potentially doing a no warm-up hold. brave. Obviously, a lot of people do no warm-ups for dynamics, but they're a lot less common for static. Okay, so he looks like he's doing a quick warm-up now with 7 minutes to go to the OT. I don't see, is Garth in the water? I'm not sure if, oh, actually, I think I can see him there with David. Yeah. So Garth has his usual warm-up is several RV holds, and he likes to hold a neck weight and sink to the bottom for his RVs. Doesn't really do it on time, just kind of does it on feel. First one is relatively short, like around a minute, and he works up to like 1:30, 2 minutes, maybe 2:30. Just kind of between 2 and 4 of those RVs, I think. And then I don't know how many full lung holds he does, or if any, before going into his max attempt. And I think for Garth, like unlike a lot of people I know who do 7-minute holds plus, Garth's contractions actually come very early. They start like I think like around 2 minutes for him, which compared to someone like Tom, when Tom was doing like around the same time, like 7:30s, I think Tom's contractions were starting at 4:30, 5:30. So Garth really does sit with his contractions a long time. And I think, yeah, his years of experience with meditation are able to help him do that. And he does seem to just have good hypoxic tolerance and just big lung capacity. And he just stays very calm through the contractions. I think Garth's just making his way now, transition zone to the competition zone. I find Garth's pretty relaxed with his warm-ups. Some people, myself included, are very kind of regimented with them. Garth's just pretty chill, just takes things as they come. Doesn't mind too much about getting like everything exactly in a set program, as long as he's kind of just nicely warmed up. He also doesn't use a wetsuit, which on a day like today might start to affect him. It's a little bit breezy here still. It's been raining. The water is a bit chilly. It's been a wet and cold week, so the pool will be a bit colder than he's used to. And I know a couple of times at training he's ended up shivering and having to stop his holds early, but that's after he's been safetying someone else. So I think he was not been coaching anyone else yet today, so hopefully he won't be too cold. The graphic we have up there saying that Darryl's diving is actually because he's up next in the dynamic. So Darryl is not expected to be doing a static. He's not doing static today. So we just have that should have been Tom, but Tom did not start. Okay, there we are. So we're approaching, I think, the 2 minutes to OT.
Two minutes to official time.
So let's say Xingqiang's previous competition best in static is 5:04. If he's being coached with Afiza, I guess he trains out apnea 42. Is that right? Okay. So there are about 4 clubs, or maybe 5 clubs here in Singapore, if you count the university club. A lot of full training. You can pretty much full train any night of the week here in Singapore. And one of those clubs is happening for me too. They train a couple of days a week, quite late, 8 till 10 p.m., which is I can't go to the training. Needs to be getting ready for bed by 10 p.m. So Thiam has a static of 504, dynamic bifins of 158, and a DNF of 113. So yeah, all around very, very competent diver. See how he goes today. Do you know if he's been training a lot? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I don't know if you heard that off the mic, but we think and hope he's been training a lot.
30 seconds.
So as you see, 30 seconds to go, or 20 rather. Can't see from here if there's much packing going on. It doesn't look like it. Either athlete.
1. Official top. Plus 1, 2,
A little bit now.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Garth
9.
doesn't tend to pack much anyway. Yeah, I think if he learned to pack, maybe be at 8 minutes now already, but he does a couple, I think, but nothing serious. So both down within the 10 seconds. Both of them, yeah, floating pretty close to the wall, didn't roll back much at all. Coaches haven't had to move them around. And I haven't spoken to either of them as to what their strategy is, if they're going 100% on the first dive today, and then keeping the second one as backup, or if they're using this as a practice for a second dive. One of the benefits with the way Tomas sets these competitions up, where you have the 2 OTs, one in the morning and then one in the afternoon. Obviously, you know, if something goes wrong in your first dive, then I'm just
talking about the 2 OTs.
Complimenting you on your setup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Saying, there's the benefit, obviously, if the first one doesn't go well, that you have a second attempt. But I think we find that actually a lot of people just do very well on the first one.
Yeah.
Safe in the knowledge that they do have another one.
That's exactly it.
So it's more of like
a
a mental
psychological
thing.
trick, yeah, rather than anything else. And having said that, last year when I made a national record attempt,
Yeah.
something did go wrong in the first hold. I was positioned very close to a pool pump, and I was sort of drifting around, and kept on banging into the safety diver and the coach. So I aborted the first dive and managed to do it on the second. So the second one actually came in handy then.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's a bit of a rare, unusual thing.
But that's nice in case something, you know, like that, something strange happens, you know, which can kind of disturb you during a dive, that you know, that you can go
But
again.
definitely knowing that you can do it again later makes you relax, and everything feels better on the first one.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'm going to pass over to Cecilia, who's just finished her dive. She got changed because it's cold.
Hello.
Hi there, how you doing?
Good.
How was your dive?
Short
Yeah.
and sweet.
What were you hoping for?
Not really, because I feel like it's cold and there will be a second chance.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like rather that I push myself there, maybe like I'll do it like on the second time.
Yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense. Was it like uncomfortable, sensations wise, or was it just
I think it's I don't get used to raining as
Right.
well. Like it's quite different like sensation,
yeah, yeah,
and I keep asking people to hold the umbrella
yeah,
for me.
sure. Yeah.
Umbrella.
Okay.
So yeah. So hopefully the second one will be better.
Yeah. Are you just doing the 1 day of static, or are you doing static on
The
other
plan
days?
is only to do static on today,
Yeah.
and tomorrow and the next day dynamic. But let's see.
Okay.
Things can change.
Yeah. Yeah. So are you going to change anything for your next dive then to try and stay a bit warmer?
Yeah, my wetsuit.
Wetsuit. You bring a spare?
Yeah, I have the one with the hood. I'm thinking like maybe like without hood, like easier to.
Sorry, and Garth's come up
Yeah.
here at 4 minutes, so it's pretty early for him. I guess, he also knows he's got to dive later on. Maybe we'll find out
Yeah.
what's happened there with him, but obviously not happy.
He told me he was fasting and like it's kind of like experiment.
Yeah. Okay,
For him.
interesting. I mean, it's usually good to test these things out in training.
Eh?
It's usually good to test these things out in training rather than experiment in the comp. But maybe he'll fast on the first one and eat something before his second OT later on.
Yeah, I think like the fact that we have the second chance, it like make the first one like much like relaxed and easier.
Yeah. I was just discussing that, or talking that through actually before you came over. So it's kind of like mentally easier as well. I think people can get good first results.
Yeah.
And it looks like Thiam is also coming up. Yep, at 5:02-ish. Oh no, he's signed. Oh, it's okay. If he continues to take his nose clip off, sign again and say I'm okay. There should be a white. I think. The surface protocol doesn't start until you touch your face gear. So even though he was making the okay sign before there, his coach carried on giving him instructions, and then he recovered, removed his nose clip, and made the okay sign again. And hopefully, if he said okay, I didn't hear it, but then he should still get a white. But we'll see.
Okay. Back to you, Tom.
It was a short discussion for a short hold.
Short discussion.
Are you going to do another static
Yeah,
this afternoon? Okay, good.
with a warmer wetsuit.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if you're shivering, then it's game over. That's 20% increase in metabolism right there.
Yeah. Do you know what happened with Garth? Did you see? Came
No,
up early.
I actually missed it. He came up early, but I mean, he hasn't done any static for about 6 months, so
He got himself a white card there. There's a really good recovery. Like sometimes you come up and instinct takes over. You start making the okay sign, and
okay. So he wasn't wearing goggles because I saw he signed before he removed his nose clip, but
right, but he hadn't touched his face.
he hadn't touched his face. So
It was
as long as you haven't removed or touched removed any facial equipment or touched your face, then the surface protocol doesn't start until you remove your nose clip.
right, until you touch your nose bit.
Do you touch your nose clip?
Yeah, or touch your face, I think. But yeah, that was good. It's good recovery. Garth's got a yellow. I'm not sure what for.
Probably under AP.
Okay, yeah, right. So Garth will have announced something longer, and has come up short of that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that would concern him much. There's a points deduction for that. But I'm guessing for the overall competition, you're taking the best of the two static dives rather than letting people add them up.
So for the overall competition,
Yeah.
no, for the overall competition, to make it fair with the dynamic divers, we're only going to use results from the first start.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you might get.
Okay, and just looking through the scoreboard, so all whites except for me because I'm here.
And
I
Garth.
didn't start, and for Garth just now, who came up shorter than his AP.
I don't have his AP. I'm not sure what it was.
But nice white card for Thiam. I'm sure you'll be pretty happy with that. Okay, I'm just gonna switch myself out with Ben, who has finished his hold. He seems to be pretty happy with that. So
Ben, take a seat.
Morning.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Pete.
I'm Ben.
I get told a lot about your training from Tom. Ben recommends this. Ben does this. So I try and follow what you do sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been seeing your performances too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So how was that dive for you? Looked like pretty good for you're doing 6 statics this weekend, are
I
you?
think so. Yeah, depend on how it goes, but yeah,
Yeah.
the plan was 6, but if I'm really happy with what I do, I might just do a little bit of DNF maybe
Sure.
one day.
Okay. So 8:50, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
8:50.
nice. That's a competition best by over a minute. Oh, sorry, nearly a minute. Yeah,
Yeah,
55
sure.
seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so how did it go? It was
It was actually really good. I mean, I've had plenty of recover. Like the last 3 days, I've pretty much done nothing.
yeah.
It's just chilled.
Are you staying here?
I was staying in the city for
Okay.
3 days.
Uh-huh.
So I did explore a little bit, but mostly I was resting.
Right.
I only did one training, 2 days off. So yeah, and the dive itself was actually really good.
Uh-huh.
I've had issue with competition stress in the past few competitions.
Sure.
But I think now what I've did is like higher the level and then lower a little bit the competition stress. So that allows me to
Yeah.
get somewhere in the middle.
Nice.
I guess.
Yeah. Well, it's we were discussing with some of the other athletes, like having the multiple OTs can help like take a bit of that stress away.
Yeah.
That you know, like if this goes wrong, I've got another one coming up.
That's it. Yeah, I think that helps. Yeah, for sure. So, if this one doesn't go so well, there's always a few more. No, I think it's a lot of pressure when you go and you only have the one.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you just don't mess it up.
Especially like people like Florian who like travel all the way around the world just to do like one hold in a world champs. I mean, I can't imagine the pressure.
That's it. Especially when you do only the one. Like,
Yeah.
if you go to the worlds and you do like all disciplines, then. But if you go all the way just to do the one breath all day, it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, which is pretty much only static people who do that, I think.
Yeah, true. Actually. Yeah,
And it's the one, I think it's the one discipline where that pressure has the biggest impact. Because
True.
it's just your heart rate really and
Yeah,
your relaxation. Whereas with the dynamics, sometimes the adrenaline can give you a bit of focus.
Yeah.
Help you with your technique a little
Uh-huh.
bit, whereas with static, I just don't think it helps at all,
Yeah,
right?
And in dynamic, you're kind of like hiding underwater and you're moving. Except,
Yeah,
oh, and in
yeah.
static, you're not moving, and a bunch of people are just staring at you.
That's absolutely true. Yeah. I mean, depth is even better. Like you're so far away, no one can see anything.
That's it. Yeah, true.
But you're right. Yeah, static. You're just constantly in front of the whole crowd. So yeah, a lot of pressure. So what are you doing this afternoon? You're gonna go again?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think I'm going to watch Flo's attempt, and then I think I might go for a little nap.
Okay.
Just come back for another one. Yeah, for sure. I'm actually excited. I'm excited.
You have a room here.
Yeah. I'm just above. I actually watched the performance from my room.
Nice.
Nah, it's really cool. It's a good setup. Very good setup.
It's a good spot out here. Very nice,
Yeah.
secluded and quiet.
That's pretty good.
And how did you find diving in the rain? All right. Help you relax.
I personally love diving in the rain. Actually, when I did my 10 minutes was under the rain. So yeah, I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I was a bit more worried about temperature. But the pool is actually fairly warm. So what, 29, I think?
Okay, yeah.
I didn't even check on the watch, but yeah,
Uh-huh.
it was warm enough.
Okay.
Warm enough. Yeah.
That's interesting. It's actually been like quite an overcast week. I thought it might be a bit chilly.
Yeah.
But it is quite exposed, so it does catch any sun that's going here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I heard like from Tom. So I was a little bit worried. And Antoine back in Phuket, so maybe you should have took like the 5mm wetsuit. And nah, I'll be fine. Yeah, no, that's really good like this.
But your pools in Phuket would be pretty warm as well, right?
Yeah. We used to like 28, 29, same depending on weather and stuff.
Yeah.
Rain. But yeah, some of the pool we train like out to like 32 degrees.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think living in the tropics here, you get used to a very narrow band of temperatures. Anything
very
outside of
true,
that,
very
you can't really
true.
handle.
Yeah, I've done the med. The first time I actually dived in the med, the beginning of the season was 17 degrees, and it hurt. I was not ready, but you get used to it.
Yeah.
Used to it.
Yeah. People here talk about thermoclines when it's like a 2-degree difference.
That's it. Yeah. When over there it's like 15.
Yeah. Oh, good stuff.
So you're not competing yourself on this one?
No.
Just,
I had a heavy week of drinking. It's like a industry conference for my work. So it's out every night, and I knew it would just be not good for competing.
Fair enough.
Taking a break.
It's good to be on the other side too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I have a depth comp coming up in next month, and I had a depth comp last month, so I've been kind of focusing a bit more on depth anyway than pool.
Fair enough.
So
Nice.
yeah, I just feel like sometimes there's too many comps.
Yeah, no, that is very true.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
So you coaching Flo? Or?
No, I think
gonna-
Aaron's going to do it. Looks like they're actually moving to the. Oh wait,
Yeah.
it's on this side.
Is he there? Okay. He's swimming down. Oh, he's up there.
Exciting.
Do you want to stay and talk us through his dive since you're
Yeah,
pretty
can have a
familiar
look.
with him?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Excellent. So do you want what's his warm up usually?
So I think today he did 2. I think that was an empty lung and 1 full lung.
Okay.
He's been trying a few many different ones. Oh, what's got underwater camera and stuff. That's it.
Yeah. And you
It's
see
really
the
cool.
percentage of PB as well that you have under the bottom?
What's that?
You see down here this percentage of PB that just ticks up as you're
Way.
loading. Yeah. Pretty pretty advanced.
Cool.
Sorry, just maybe angle it a little bit.
I know.
So he does a empty lung to like 3-4 minutes or
Yeah, something like this. Yeah, I think 3 minute empty lungs and then 1 full lung that is usually somewhere 7 to 8 minutes. I think, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Almost
For
it's just over.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's why he went for today, 2 warm-ups.
Do you know if he's really going for it this morning or if he's just going to take this as I imagine he's doing many holds this weekend, 6 static like yourself. So you think he's going to push hard on this one or he's just going to see how he is?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's been preparing as to go all out on the first one. But let's find out.
See,
Find out.
Yeah.
Be interested to see, to be fair, because it seems like a big gap. Even if you do a 10-minute, adding another minute on top of this is it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
No, of course.
I mean, if there's one person who can do it, it's definitely him.
Yeah. And I guess like we said, doing it in a competition, right? It's very different from doing it in training.
100%.
Yeah. I remember I saw Flo 2 years ago in Jeju doing a 10:01 or a 10:02
the world,
to get the gold medal. And at the time, he was doing 10:30, 10:40 in training, right? And that 10:01, that's right on the edge. You guys aren't coming up early, so
Yeah. I mean, that's it.
there's competition. Even if you're not nervous, right? Your subconscious knows you're in a competition.
Yeah.
It's raising your heart rate, it's raising your adrenaline, no matter how kind of relaxed you are, even if you're doing all the same relaxation.
It's always there.
You happy to commentate through Flo's holes?
That's what I'd ask. Yeah. Okay.
You want to do it?
We get the insider. Part of Team Phuket over here.
Team Phuket.
Right.
It's exciting.
So he's going for 11. You think this weekend? I
I think so. Yeah. I mean, he did call it. It's just 11 is happening. So I'll be stoked if he pulls it. It would be amazing.
Yeah.
When his training is going to Hungary, Budapest, for CMAS. I think he's going after the CMAS world record very soon.
What is that?
Just a competition in.
What's the world record?
I think it's 10:45.
10:45.
10:45 CMAS.
wow.
Yeah.
Who has
from
that?
Bronco.
Bronco.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty insane.
Yeah. Yeah. The Ida one is a bit of a difficult one.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. But again, you feel like the whole static level is definitely rising.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
and I feel like especially for Flo, Flo's been at 10.5 minutes for many years. I think he did his first 10.5 in 2019.
Mhm.
It's a long time. But now I think that because people are pushing David at the last world championship,
Yeah.
other people starting to reach 10 minutes, I think this is what it's wake up call saying okay, time to up the game.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's a bit like Alexei with depth. I think he likes the competition.
Yeah.
But then pushes him an extra meter.
That's it.
Why push more than you need to if you're already the world champ, right? But good to have some competition. So we're coming up for the that's the 2 minutes. So Florian, does he wear a nose clip or
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he's
No goggles.
back on the nose clip, no goggles. Yeah, he's been using a mask for a while,
Yeah.
and now he's switching back to nose clip.
Do you know why that is?
I'm not sure. No, I think that he just decided to use the mask a little bit more.
Yeah.
Use the mask a little bit more, I think, for blocking contractions and stuff.
Right.
But I think after Japan, I think he decided to switch back to the nose clip again.
Is that because you can move air in and out of the mask and you get a
I
sensation?
think so.
of breathing?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. I've tried it myself. I find it a little bit difficult, and when the contraction become a little bit too hard, like air escape through the mask.
Yeah, and that's never a good look.
No,
Start-
exactly.
You start to worry about what your safety's thinking when there's bubbles coming out, right?
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, I sometimes do a thing of trying to like breathe into my cheeks, kind of like do a mouthful and
Yeah,
bring it back.
That's what I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it really eases the really eases the contractions.
Yeah. So in this heat, it's just Florian diving, no other athletes,
Yeah, it's just the last one.
which is good. There's no one going after him because they wouldn't get any time to warm up.
That's it. That's it. Right.
So he's packing already. Ten seconds left. So he started his packing there at like plus 20, it looked like, maybe a bit earlier. Let's go. Okay, down very slowly and gently at plus 7. Almost like in slow motion.
Actually amazing what you did with the whole media thing. It looks so cool.
Oh, well, I can't take any credit. This is all Tom and these guys sat to our right here. And
So much effort. It's all done.
and there's a developer somewhere who's helped him out. I forget who is it. Who's
All,
Al. Yeah,
yeah, it looks so cool. It looks so pro.
yeah.
Actually making static exciting.
Yeah. I think that's Tom's mission. Like every competition, we just get more and more gear. It started off with just like some follow cams,
Yeah,
people with the phones walking up and down, which I think we'll see later for dynamic, and then we have people going interviewing people after their dives, like straight after. But yeah, the graphics this time, it's the first time I've seen all this.
Yeah, some fantastic job. It looks so cool.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I do you like the little line down the bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Definitely better than anything else. Like anything, even at the world champs, I think.
I noticed that Flo. Noticed that Flo had a couple of pauses while he was packing. He usually does that, doesn't he? I mean,
Yeah.
That number of times.
I think it's just sometimes just like to let a little bit of space and like to leave time for like
Let your
the
muscles
intercostal
relax a bit.
relax a little bit and just because I think that if you just keep adding it brings a little bit of tension. Yeah. Sometimes it's just like to take a moment to see how many more packs you can squeeze in.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, you've got about 6 minutes to wait now. I'll bring
Yeah.
it back.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty long one.
So how often does Flo train? Every day?
Pretty much. Since he came back from Japan, he's been training like crazy. Usually they train about like 5-6 days a week.
And do you know like how many of those are like max efforts? If there's like a cycle to the week, or if there's just like a multi-week cycle you build up to a comp, or does he do maxes a couple of days in a row? Or
Not really. No. Well, I mean, I think it depends. Again, try different strategies. I don't think it's really sustainable to go for like maxes all the time or like too often.
Yeah.
Because you really burn out your nervous system, and I don't think it's very sustainable and productive in the long run. So yeah, no, I think it's like mostly working on CO2 tolerance, doing like some gradual tables, just spending lots of time in the water basically to get everything like, you know.
Yeah, you gotta get all those elements working together, right? Like the hypoxic tolerance, CO2 tolerance,
Yeah.
and then relaxation.
That's it.
So it's just sounds kind of similar. So like, I guess what everyone else is still doing, right? CO2 tables, or like, you know, the 2 breaths and then the hold, 2 breaths and a hold,
Yeah,
that kind of stuff.
those work really well. Time efficient as well.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah, they're good. So you see him just absolutely motionless, right?
It's crazy. It looks super cool always to see from below, I think. Would you always see from above, or like the view from below look
We lost the time. It's
very
4 minutes,
relaxing?
4 minutes plus whatever's on there.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting to see because the underwater shot, people might look pretty relaxed from the top, but actually you can see from their faces, you can see them kind of like struggling with the contraction.
actually.
You know?
Yeah.
And you can see a little bit more like how big the contractions are as well from below, a bit easier.
Sometimes with the face, eyes open or not.
Yeah. Do you know roughly when its contractions start?
I think it depends. Like it's somewhere between 5 and 6 usually.
So we're just coming up to 5 minutes now.
Yeah, so it should be a slight transition. It's a bit of a weird one with the contraction because sometimes I feel like the later you get them, the better it is, but it's actually not always the case. Sometimes when you get them a little early, dive response start a little bit early too, and then you actually can stay down longer.
Yeah. As long as you're kind of like mentally willing to accept that.
That's it, exactly. Yeah, you need to have the CO2 tolerance for it, and like obviously like a strong mind. But yeah, because sometimes it can be a little bit demotivating when you know that you have your first contraction like at 3 minutes and you expect it at 5, then you're like, no.
Yeah.
But if you can be patient enough, then actually it can pay on actually the long run.
Yeah, yeah. And I think especially in competitions, it's hard. Like in training, I think sometimes, I mean, for me, it's a bit more like oh, they've come early, but let's wait and see what happens. Whereas in a comp, I find it can be even more demotivating because, you know, you're so hard, you're thinking
100%.
like, I'm on form, like,
Yeah,
surely it's going to go well. And then it doesn't. So it's coming up to 6 minutes there now.
6 minutes. We're just barely moving.
See a little bit of moving in it.
Yeah, there's a little bit. Yeah. I mean, like
You'll be blocking contractions pretty hard at this point, right? You'll be blocking for probably 30 seconds a minute by now.
yeah, probably.
Lightly. And then, so the small movements you see there are probably invisible contractions, are these kind of blocking using some of those many techniques.
That's it.
And does he still get a time update every minute? Is that
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's been playing with reverse time, which is actually crazy. Imagine if you just start and then you had a 10-minute left, 9-minute left. Crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's impressive. I mean, like you are too, Tom. Like with like contraction blocking, we like see from the outside, you see absolutely nothing. Like, you know, you see barely any movement.
It takes a good day though. I find on a good day, training dive, sometimes I can block
everything
ad infinitum, like up to 7:30.
Yeah.
But in comps, I usually struggle beyond 6. So
yeah.
I don't know if you find it, Tom, but sometimes I find there's a risk with contraction blocking as well, that if you're unable to block it, then it can cause some frustration.
Yeah.
Whereas if you just give up and let them come, then you're giving up initially. But if you're like trying to do some blocking techniques and they don't work, and it's not, and you're kind of missing some,
and then
that can add a bit of yeah. Do you
like,
get that?
I find it's mental. No, I can block everything. Like I never miss one. If I miss one, it's because I let it come. Because
Right.
mentally you have to be quite tough to. It doesn't reduce the urge to breathe. It just makes it.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
Okay, we're
coming up to 8 minutes.
8 minutes
Yeah.
now. And
Yeah.
Still looking pretty chill.
No movement. That's really good.
No, you jinxed it. No. Oh, it's the Aaron movie.
No, he's moving.
Ah,
Yeah.
moving. Nice, looking strong. Barely see movement. The hands are not moving.
He's got 3 days to do the time he's looking for, but
Yeah.
I guess it's nicer if you can do it.
Oh yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
that's what Peter was asking. I think like obviously he's been prepared. He's preparing for
Yeah.
the first one. So let's see.
I know he's got some longer term goals as well, so hopefully he'll come and speak to us at some point.
This is
Mm.
just starting to read.
Talk about those a little bit.
Little
That,
wall.
let's see.
One hand creeping towards the wall.
Seems a bit
Yeah,
early
it's
to me.
Yeah, so we're coming up for
8:45.
yeah.
45. Super I could read this from 10.
Yeah.
It's 9 minutes.
So, Ben, I see when you get here, you sort of move yourself back and forward.
Yeah.
Is that just to help you relax, or
I mean, it's not so much relax. It's actually like distract yourself a little bit towards the end. Yeah.
I think he's
so he's coming up,
Yeah.
getting his feet down here, like
9:30.
9:30?
Yeah, that's going to be a 9:30.
doing a little bit of moonwalking. You can see on the underwater camera.
Yeah, 9:30 now.
Do you think he's
We're
gonna?
gonna get the 10 pro maybe. Oh,
Oh,
going
going
back
back.
in.
And walking
Moonwalking
back
in,
up, and he's up. And I made that about 9:45.
Yeah.
Little
A
bit of a
little bit of a
shake,
tremble.
and
Nice
a
bit. Sign.
oh,
Had us on 10 to accept.
looked like he was just gonna walk away. Okay, so yeah, I had that at 9:45.
Which is insane.
Yeah. Yes, I was like feeling of like slightly disappointed when you really think about it. That's a huge hold.
That's
Pretty
it. That's
huge.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Does look a bit disappointed.
Yeah. Of course. Whoosh. Well done, Phil.
Full time.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's got
of
he's got a lot of opportunity, and now he's familiar with the setup and
That's
the
it.
pool and
I mean, he also put a lot of pressure on himself by announcing it.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
There's one thing of like, okay, I'll see how I feel, and but also saying I'm going to do this. You actually put a lot of pressure on
Yeah,
yourself. I feel,
Sure.
which is cool because when you do it, then you really shows like, okay, I called it, but then it's also
Put it out there, didn't he? And I saw
Yeah.
like an 11-minute attempt.
that's it. Yeah, with the countdown and
Three
everything.
days, so
Yeah, that's it.
Later we can ask him what he meant by the first man to do 11 minutes.
I know. Oh yeah, please ask him. All right. Let me give you the.
All right, thanks very much for
Thank you.
commentating us through that one. Yeah, see you later on.
Come back.
In a bit, I got to go coach.
Okay, so that's the end of our first static session. There will be a second static session later this afternoon, but we're going to be moving to dynamics. We're going to have about a 15-minute break before we come back. So, yep, for the
Makes
time
sense.
being, go make a cup of tea.
10 minutes, maybe? What's the time for the next FT?
Next static, the first dynamic is at
11:20.
11:20.
So in
Yeah, so about 10 minutes time.
Okay.
Hi, and we're back. Sorry, a few technical issues. Darryl is partway through his dive. Darryl's flown in from the United Kingdom to take part in the competition. Really great to see him. He's wearing his Setma monofin. Okay. So he's 100 meters and he's turned.
Sorry. What's happened?
Dynamic startup.
Really? Sorry.
Okay, that's 150. He's progressing, he's speeding up. The safety divers are actually going at quite a pace right now. And he's approaching the 200-meter wall. Wow, he's coming to close to national record distances for the United Kingdom. It's 200 and he's up. Oh, he did an okay sign before he removed his nose clip. That's going to be slightly problematic, but we'll see. Okay, I'm sorry, the media's just going to go quiet for a little bit because we're trying to solve about 3 issues all happened at the same time. So we'll put the results up and hopefully talk to Darryl a little bit about his dive in a few minutes.
Music.
Okay, and sorry for the interruption to the feed while we've been sorting stuff out. We've got Darryl who's just finished his dive, and we're just going to commentate a little bit on Dimitri's dive first, but then Darryl hopefully can tell us a little bit about his. It looked pretty.
Let's do it. Wow, so he's reaching 250 right now.
Is it 250 or 150?
Is he at 150?
Hang on, if it's 250, then that's a huge dive. Unfortunately, all our data's gone. Not too sure why.
Yeah. It's coming up.
Wow, that's a huge
That's
PB,
amazing.
275.
275.
Looks like it.
Wow. He looks
Can't
pretty clean.
quite see the middle of the pool. Can you see where it is? It's right opposite us, no,
Yeah.
a little bit less than that, maybe 270.
Yeah.
It's going to be very close to
Clean at the
PB
top.
distances. What a dive!
And he was at Japan
Yeah,
with us as well. Some big dives there.
Take polo cam.
It's a new PB.
272.
New PB, right?
new PB. That's
Amazing.
super. Freaking huge dive.
Yeah.
Well done,
And
Dimitri.
not using his own fin. Fair play to him.
Yeah, he broke his monofin
Yeah.
doing a 250-meter dive. It cracked it. So
That is
Okay.
amazing.
yeah, it's been a while since he's had a PB, and when you get to that kind of level, you have to find something new, I guess, to to be able to
Okay.
progress. Okay, I'm gonna go back to trying to fix our media system, but while I'm doing that, maybe Darryl, you could tell us a bit about your dive.
Yeah. Bit frustrating. I messed up the surface protocol.
Yeah, I saw you took your goggles
So,
off and then
yeah,
signed, but you
goggles
look
signed.
fresh.
I was kind of fresh, but I think I'm pretty jet lagged. I should probably have gone for a 175. I think it was probably a bit of ego in there, trying to match what I did in Japan.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
You learn from these things.
Did you have someone coaching you from the side?
Yes. David.
David, I call
Yeah,
that. Okay,
David was
yeah.
coaching me.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually, the dive wasn't so bad. The dive was okay. First 25 to 50, no contractions at all. Probably started to get something around the 75-meter mark. But I think I probably just sped up a little bit too much. I kind of dived quite fast.
It was
as
a
is.
fast dive at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're actually quite similar to Pete in that respect. He's just
Yeah.
another one that likes to sprint.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I can probably take a few lessons from that. But no, it was all good. First dive in Singapore done. Got 2 more to go. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, okay. Are you going to stay with your monofin?
Yeah, staying with them.
Yeah, okay, that's great.
I don't actually have bifins, except the ones I use for teaching.
Oh, serious? That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It's been enculturated into the love of monofinning. I find
Absolutely.
that monofinners, once they get into it, that's basically, they don't want to do anything else.
yeah. Although saying that, when
Sorry, this is not Dimitri. This is actually Tracy. Thank you.
commentate on Dmitri. Okay, so I've been away coaching, but in the meantime, we've had a few dives. Darryl, I think we've spoken to. We had Dmitri, who did something like 275, I think, which I'm sure he's very pleased with. And then we had Tracy, who did about 172, which I don't think she's that happy with. She's not really sure why she came up. I'm not sure if you saw that on a live stream. And now we have Ernaldo, who is Indonesian but trains here in Singapore, and currently has the national record for bifins at 186. He's had a busy year of freediving. I don't know how much he's really focused on pool, but so we'll see how he does today. Now there's a pretty good all-round pool diver, very strong, and yeah. And someone's bringing me some coffee, hopefully. So I turned at 50 there, very smooth. And it always has a pretty steady pace, like never too quick. Yeah, it doesn't tend to rush in comps, so it's steady. Go take a seat, Trace.
I'm gonna coach Garth.
Okay. What's what? Now they're turning at 100. So the dynamic starts here pretty close together. I think one lane's pretty much starting when the other's finishing. So we're going through the dives pretty quickly, which is why just a few there's some technical difficulties. So Ernaldo's already putting in some arm pulls there, so I guess his legs are getting tired. Maybe to my point of I don't know how much pool training he's done.
He's at 150. He really hasn't been training very.
Yeah, exactly. So he's training 150. So clearly he's got a lot of air left. Oh, he's coming up. And that looks clean. Yeah, I mean, it seems like his legs gave up there before his oxygen ran out. So I guess not enough time in the bifins, not enough pool training. But you can see there, you know, when he switches to the arm pull, that's because his legs are tiring out and getting full of lactic. And you know, you still know you have the oxygen, so then switch to doing some arm strokes. With the dynamic disciplines, you are allowed to use your arms. Most people don't, because obviously it's not as good as using your fins. But if your legs won't work, then obviously you switch to what is working and put some arm pulls in.
There's no power in the wall. I put my power line where I didn't.
I think that's going to be a white card.
So is it out of batteries? Is it out of batteries?
No, the camera's on. Camera's on.
Just waiting for the judges.
Power that's really low.
And yeah, they awarded him a white card.
So I see the socket plus power up.
So definitely not his best dive, but we'll have to see whether or not he's happy with that versus the amount of bifins training he's actually put in.
I could write the three people all the way through.
Okay, so up next we have Michelle Ooi, who dives here in Singapore. She is the head of Zen freediving here in Singapore. So the head of the school that I train at and Tracy trains at. Actually quite a lot of athletes today train at. She's been doing a little bit more pool training again this year, I think. Last couple of years she's been doing a lot of depth, spending a lot of time out of Singapore, living in the Philippines, really progressing
getting very deep. But I feel like I've seen her back at the pool a little bit more regularly this year. And today she's doing no fins. Michelle has like a pretty strong swimming background. So she's got a really nice leg kick for no fins. Really works on her flexibility. Hopefully we'll see that. Which, yeah, she gets a really good loading of her legs. Able to get her feet right up to her hips. Honestly, I haven't seen Michelle in so many pool comps recently. Like I say, she's focused a lot on depth. What code is that? I'm trying to find out what Michelle's competition best is. We still have Ernaldo's stats up on screen. Still Ernaldo. So Michelle's started a dive. Yeah, it's not bad. She's doing 2 leg kicks for every arm pull. Say she has a really good leg kick, so getting a lot of use of it. Very relaxed style. Going up to 50-meter turn. We could turn with like nearly 10 meters of just off the kickoff there. Okay, so her competition best is 97 meters. She's just coming up to 75 now. 75. She's doing about, seems like about a minute 5 seconds for 50 meters. So not quick, but definitely not slow paced. Still doing the double kick. Towards the end of the dive, you know, some people like to speed up and switch to doing single kicks, but Michelle's keeping with the same kind of rhythm, although I feel like the frequency is speeding up a little bit. She's now coming up to the 100 wall. So this would be a comp PB for her. I know it's not an absolute PB. Still looking nice and controlled. She's come up. She'll stand there, so that makes things easy. Bit hypoxic. Oh, is she going to recover? Oh no, she just dipped. Oh dear. That was close. That was really close. So I think that'll be a red for Michelle at around 104 meters. So yeah, beyond her previous comp PB of 97. I feel like sometimes when you come up at or around a turn, you know, it's quite easy to kind of lose a bit of focus. And you see a lot of people having, yeah, difficulty, maybe blackouts or red cards like around a turn, either because they're kind of focusing for the turn and pushing, or in this instance, like where you've just turned and there's a lot going on and you've got to refocus again to get your surface protocol right. So Michelle came up pretty quickly and stood up. But yeah, I just wasn't able to hold that samba.
That's no point in telling me that because it's not now that's working. I
Don't know why.
Is it not updated?
Wow.
So next up,
This one
we have
manually.
Bart,
We've been manually.
Bart Lubecki, who also trains with Zen freediving here in Singapore.
That's finished.
Um,
Yeah. Don't know the result.
Bart dives under Polish passport. He spent a lot of time in the UK, so he knows more UK freedivers than I do.
Follow cam, do you want?
And has been living in Singapore now 2 or 3 years, I think.
You want me to follow? They're gonna do that.
No, I've already did that.
And
Just
yeah,
follow.
this year started competing again. So he's also doing dynamic with a monofin. His competition best for that is 172. I'm not sure what he's been doing in training recently. Kind of around that mark, I think. Bart's a very experienced diver, doesn't really struggle like with the mental side of just getting in and doing a max attempt. And so he's kind of consistently kind of at or around like a PB level. So we'll see what he can do today in competition. Bart just wears a nose clip and no goggles. He's get a stronger dive reflex by getting the water on his eyes. And no swim cap today either. I wonder if he gave me a swim cap. Now I feel bad that maybe he doesn't have enough swim caps because he gave me one. Hopefully it's by choice and not because he's run out. So the rain stopped now. Pool's really bathed in sun here. But the start is still just in the shade. Which is nice, otherwise it can get a bit hot on the start line with your wetsuit.
Is this on? Follow cam? No.
Bart starts on time, good start. Bart doing a double kick with nice long glides.
Follow cam. Done.
Turning at 50. Nice smooth turn. Going back to cross the 175, doing a decent pace, about 44 seconds per 50, it looks like. People often go a little quicker than normal in a comp with the just with that adrenaline. Turning at 100. I make that 44 seconds for the 50. So 3 kicks in the glide. Sorry, I'm not sure if that's what he's doing at the start, but it's only what he's doing now. Crossing over a 125. And approaching the wall at 150. And he's coming up there at 150. A very easy service protocol. Bit of an advantage where you don't have much face gear. So he just pulled his nose clip off, get the baseline and said, I'm okay. I think that was very clean. I'm sure that's going to be a white. White card for Bart at 150. So I think that's an okay result for him. Pretty solid, kind of around what he's been doing in training. I think it might have been a while back actually. His comp PB. That. So next up we have Xingqiang Fu. Singapore, multiple national record holder, and yeah, you can see the results there. So Bart's got a 150 white card. Michelle did get the red. I'm not sure we had Ernaldo's official result was 152. Tracy's 173, and Dmitri a giant 272. And Dowell, I think we had interviewed 200 with a red, which is very close. Just got his SP in slightly the wrong order. Just as he seemed like completely clear-headed, and then for a second just lost focus and made a mistake, and then was clear-headed again afterwards. So it was just kind of unlucky timing in terms of his service protocol, I felt. And joined now by Tracy. Hello.
Hello.
So just how long have we got before Xingqiang's dive? A few seconds, is it? Or I don't know. You can.
Let's check.
So how was your dive?
My dive
Yeah.
was easy and nice, but then I think I went too fast at the end of my dive, and I just made a wrong decision.
I think you're quite fast at the start of your dive.
Yeah, and I think I tried to slow down. Did I?
I don't know. I missed the timing on the first 50.
Okay.
Yeah. What? So your legs were tired? You came up?
Not really. Nothing.
Why did you come up?
Rush decision.
Rush decision. Okay.
Did it? Yeah. I
You should
didn't
get
even
someone more
feel.
impartial to interview you. I'm just
That's
judging
true.
too much.
I
Um,
think I just sped up a little and did not reassess my situation. It just kind of became a reflex, like coming up on an easy dive.
yeah, you get that feeling of just like when you start rushing, you're going a bit fast, and then as the sensations of hypoxia start to kick in, it feels like there's just too much going on all at once.
Yes.
It might help us to like slow down and pause there and reassess.
Okay, it's
Okay,
almost.
so Xingqiang is doing no fins. He has definitely been training this. What's he been doing in training?
He's been doing a constant 150 a training.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, actually, I saved him the other day for something like a 160, 165, where he came up and he has blood in his mouth, and I was like, how has he done that? Lung squeeze in pool? Interesting. I think he'd bit his tongue while sort of
He
fighting.
just started.
Yeah, so he's started now. It's not the first time actually I've seen him bleeding after a dive, but yeah, I think he like, kind of chews on his lips or bites his tongue
Yeah,
like,
maybe he bites his tongue.
while he's fighting his contractions. So Xingqiang is a very relaxed style. Doesn't rush. Dives are quite slow, I would say. No one knows how long his breath hold is because he never does static.
He does not, but he does.
He looks like someone who had a long static the way he dives, but he refuses to ever train static, and only competes if it's like a mandatory part of the competition.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's almost two.
But he holds the national record in this at 184. Don't know if he's in form to be beating that today, but we'll see.
He's only been training once a week now.
Uh-huh.
And he would try and do a decent dive at the start of the session.
Yeah.
He would just normally just do 50s.
Yeah, Fu always has like a very kind of very similar training style every training session, right? He goes in, he does a max or a sub max, and then does either repeat hundreds or repeat 50s if he's doing no fins. It's kind of always the same pattern. So he's in that way he gets a lot of experience with long dives. I'm not sure that's necessarily like a style you'd want if you were just starting out in the sport.
It
It definitely works for him.
definitely works for him, but
Yeah.
not for everybody.
So coming up to 100 meters
meter.
here.
Still looking relaxed. I doubt he has contractions yet.
Really? Does he get contractions late?
Think so. Maybe almost 100, but it looks like he's been really relaxed.
Yeah. There's a 104 for that 50, which is it's a couple of seconds quicker than you usually do. His times are usually like 106 to 109. But again, it's just like the competition probably. But he just definitely seems to be speeding up the strokes now, gliding a little less. So coming up to 125.
So if you notice his style, he moves his head up and down just to give him a bit of balance.
Yeah, yeah. You see, it kind of sometimes makes it look like he's looking up, but he's not trying to spot the wall. He just tends to like lift his head a little bit in the glide, just to bring his body a bit more upright. But a very relaxed style. He doesn't make much effort to straighten his legs. They just kind of float behind him, focusing on relaxation rather than streamlining. Not that it's in a terrible position, but it's just not a lot of effort that's put into it. Okay, it looks like he's shaping to come up now, and he's up. And that looked very clean. Again, like with his training style of just doing repeated long holds, he's very experienced with kind of like knowing where his limit is and the hypoxia. I don't think I've ever seen him really like samba or
I don't think I've seen him hypoxic.
like maybe once in a comp. But he's generally very good at judging like where his limit is and coming up in a way that he's still pretty controlled. You know, I don't know if you can see on that camera, but you know, lips slightly blue and things like that. But never really struggling.
All right.
Do you have a battery pack that will charge this? Okay. It's a good dive from him. Pretty solid. Like I say, that's kind of what he's been doing in training. That looked like a 160-ish.
Yeah, about less than 160.
Which is what I saw him do a few weeks ago. In training.
It's 1 minute 30 seconds to.
So I think he'll be
before
pleased with that.
Before Tomas dives.
Okay, so yeah, up next is Tomas, who again trains here in Singapore. Mostly trains with Tom doing static. I don't actually know which club he goes to for his dynamic stuff. He does a lot of static, and recently he's been trying to start doing a little bit more dynamic stuff. I think mostly focused on DNF, which he's doing today. He went to Japan this year for the World Champs, and I think he did all 4 disciplines there, right?
Yes, you did. And he used your
Monofin, yeah.
And smashed 170 meter dive.
Yeah. He has a huge breath hold. Again, not been diving that long and just discovered that he had a real natural talent for static, I think, which he's also then put in a lot of training, developed that kind of natural talent into, you know, like a continental record now, right, for static.
Yes.
So,
and he's starting.
We have 10 seconds to go, and I'm sure he'll be packing quite a bit. We're used to packing for static. Like he wasn't quite sure about the start there. Just waited a bit longer.
This is the first time I'm gonna see him do it.
Yeah, I think this is the first time I've seen him do DNF actually. So they're like a very good strong arm pull. And then he's doing a double kick. Yeah, his arms seem to be a little bit better than the kicks.
Yes.
But he has such a huge breath hold.
what's his static PB now?
I think it's 8 minutes,
8
not
minutes.
not long ago.
Yeah.
Maybe within the week.
Oh yeah,
he's
this
done
week,
8
right? Yeah.
minutes.
So I'm sure we'll see him doing some static dives later this comp. So yeah, he can kind of afford to take things slowly and relaxed, without worrying a ton about creating too much power in his techniques, his kicks and his arm pulls. Just the amount of time he has from that long breath hold. But it's still a decent pace.
Yeah. And it's pretty consistent on his strokes, arm pull, double kicks.
Yeah. So his PB is 88. He's already looking pretty strong up to the 75 here. So those arm pulls are really carrying him quite a distance, actually. So I feel like he's going to go past that 88. Yeah, I think he's passing that now, right? That's the 80.
That's 85 meter mark.
Still looking strong. Still doing a double kick. I think
Pretty
he's on the way to 100 here, easy. Yeah, definitely not slowing down. Yeah, arm pull into the wall. Gonna turn. Yep,
Touch.
making a turn at 100. Still going. So yeah, a long way past his previous one. Maybe his last DNF comp was a while ago.
He's doing kick and an arm pull.
Oh
now.
no. Oh, he's come back up the right side. Okay. Struggling a little bit with the recovery. Oh dear. Oh, there was a lot going on there. So he initially came up on the wrong side of the lane, but still had the wherewithal to notice what was happening as soon as his head touched the rope, and pulled himself back up into the correct side of the lane. If you surface in the wrong lane, it's a red card. You're allowed to cross into a lane and come back up, and so he didn't surface. He got himself back on the right side, which I thought was hopeful. I thought like it showed he was really still, all there and focused. But I guess he was until he started breathing and the dive reflex turned off.
I think it's because as well it's deeper at that side where he came up,
Yeah.
so he can't reach the floor.
Yeah, so he's already like at the 15-meter mark there, around like at 115, and without fins on, it can be quite hard to maneuver yourself in the water, right? You're having to do a lot of kicks with the legs to keep yourself up. The ropes are on the floatiest, and especially if you're, like I've actually never seen anyone come up the wrong lane and then correct it like that.
Yeah, I think
That's
he's pretty
impressive.
aware actually.
Yeah, that's it. He seemed really aware, but then with all maybe just the extra effort having to put himself back around, and then just didn't quite get the recovery breaths in time, and so dipped. So that would be a red
Yeah.
for Tomas, but I mean I think if he'd come up on the right side of the lane rope there, I think he would have nailed it. Yeah.
It would have.
I think so.
Next up is Patricia.
So Pat is also doing no fins.
Nothing. So in the Worlds last June, she's done 153-meter dive clean, but she got a red card. She got too excited because she got the order of the surface protocol wrong,
Right.
and she's hoping to get points this comp. She did mention it's her worst time of the month. So it's basically her PMS week, and she says she's just gonna dive and see how it goes.
Okay. I hope she's not been doing too much training.
And she has not been doing too much training yet.
Pat seems to perform best when she doesn't train. I think it takes the pressure off, maybe. Like when you train too much, you kind of start to set expectations. So like, well, I've done this in training, I should be doing this in the comp.
Yes.
Whereas I think Pat seems to do well when she trains hard in a different discipline. So she does a lot of static, and then she goes and does some dynamic. The dynamic tends to go pretty well.
Yeah.
Because maybe doesn't have that expectation set, but it certainly has like the CO2 and the O2 adaptation from the static. I think vice versa, right? Like when she's
like in Jeju, she was focusing on dynamic, and instead she got international ranking
Yeah,
in static.
she nailed static. Just, I guess, less expectation. That works better for her.
Yeah, as long as you're training, as long as you're holding your breath somehow, then you know it's still training, right?
A form of training. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so Pat's starting now.
Started.
These OTs are like too close together to get the athletes into, aren't they? It's just one on top of the other.
That's true.
But we need to make space for more static dives. So I can see Tomas is just with the medics now. Just doing an assessment on him, but he looks absolutely fine. He was only out for a second. I mean, I don't think he was really out, right? He just dipped and then he was back around.
Yeah, I think he actually tried to find his balance. Tried
Yeah,
to.
it's tough, right, without the fins on. It's one of those. Sometimes I have that. I feel like that was a red card, but with bifins on, it would have been a white. The athlete safety top priority here. Everyone who has any kind of incident like that gets to see the medics. Although this is Singapore, so equal top priority is the food. Make sure everyone's got food after the dive. We're going for the can.
Or coffee.
After, yeah.
She just touched the wall.
Yeah. So that was about a minute 8 for Pat's first 50 there on my watch. Pat as well has a background in swimming. She's a swimming coach, or swimming teacher rather, maybe.
Yes.
Um,
And she's very bendy, if you notice.
okay.
She's very flexible. Her
Yeah.
hips can.
Yeah, she really
Yeah.
loads the kick high. You can see it's similar to Michelle's, right? You get the shin really like vertical in the water, which is then horizontal to the direction that you want to be traveling in. So you got to kind of like pushing that big flat shin back, letting yourself forward.
Yes. So she opens her hips wide and then kicks wide, but her hips doesn't go down when she does that. For most people that are not that flexible, their hips go down, so that kind of breaks their streamline. But for Pat, she doesn't do that because she's very flexible.
That was about I can't do the maths, but that's about a 106, I think, per second. Oh no, 1 minute rather, second 50. So speeding up a bit.
Yes.
Now she's coming
And
up.
she's coming up. She hesitated there.
Yeah, she's like she wasn't sure if she was going to come up, looked like. And then she blew out a bit on her way up. So that's kind of looks like to me like a 117. Yeah, looks like she wasn't certain if she wanted to come up. I think she had
Yeah.
more. She knew she had more. But like you say, she's going for overall points, right?
No, she wants a DNF point in her
Oh, for the year.
for the year.
I see. Just so like for the overall annual ranking. She not had one yet then? Oh, because the
No,
one in
because
Japan was red.
in
Yeah.
Japan.
Okay. It's a long way off her best, but it's solid dive.
It is a solid
ecstatic about
dive.
it.
Yeah. So Pat, it's very mental for her. So she hasn't been hypoxic in a long time. She would never come up hypoxic. There's only one time I think that she had a samba, but most of the time she doesn't know where her limit is, and most of the time it's just a mental struggle for her to finish a long dive.
Yeah, she gets pretty uncomfortable with contractions on dynamics, right? They come quite late for her though. I
Yeah.
think. On a bifins dive, it's like after 100, right?
Yes. So next up is
Okay,
Claire.
so, that was a 116 confirmed white for Pat.
Oh, you're too close. You estimated 117.
Yeah, yeah. They rounded down for her. So yeah, got Claire up next. From Malaysia. I mean, I see her in Singapore all the time. I don't know.
Oh, it's here.
Yeah, I feel like she lives here, but apparently not.
She comes here for the
She comes
competition.
here for competitions. She was also in Japan. You can just see her there practicing her surface protocol, just like the end of her visualization, I guess, of the dive that she's about to do. She's also doing no fins. A lot of no fins here today.
Just gonna excuse myself really quick.
Okay. You can send someone else over. So her best result in this is 119 meters, which is the national record. I don't think it's her only national record as well. And I don't have the stats in front of me, but I feel like Claire has a few national records. Seconds to go. Only just taking her last breath. Now starting to pack. So quite late with her last breath there, and oh, not much packing. There we go, that's why. So a good start, plus 3 or 4 seconds. You can see good body position there. Legs slightly higher than the head. Good glide. Also doing double kick, it looks like. Seems to be favored by a lot of people. I think part of the reason people like to do the double kick is that the first kick, people are still finishing, reloading the arm pull and getting set up into position. And maybe your body is not like as best aligned as it could be. Maybe your hips have dropped a little bit with the reloading of the arms. So the first kick is often kind of a little bit less powerful and gets your body kind of into a better position. And then the second kick, you're already in your nice arrow position, already your body aligned well. And so you get a bit more of a propulsion from the second kick. That's why you see a lot of the athletes doing one arm, 2 kicks. I think potentially also, some people just feel like their arms get tired. So potentially it's that too. Looks to me like she was adjusting her nose clip there. I'm not sure. Yeah, I just saw that wrong. So crossing over 75 meters. Steady pace. Her glides are kind of varying in length a little bit now. Some of them are a little bit shorter, like that one. Since she finished the arm pull, she was already kind of loading the kick. But the one before was a bit longer, so she's getting a bit more tired and maybe sort of fighting the contractions a little bit. The technique's kind of getting a little bit less consistent. Okay, so she's getting towards national record distance here. Not quite yet, but yeah, coming into 115. So 4 meters away from NR now. And she's really speeding up now, a lot more single kicks, almost like swimming. She comes up. She started the surface protocol. She looks in control. Very good. She waited nicely there until she was like fully in control before she touched the nose. She's sort of thinking about starting it, but waited. That is going to be pretty close to the national record. If not, I think it shows she just might be back on it. I think it might be equal to it. Looks to me like that's like 118 or 119. Fingers crossed it's 120 for her, but I'm not sure. Quite sure it's going to be a white card though. Just waiting for the judge's confirmation. Judge Coleman here, the decision. It's 118 with a white card, so just a meter short of the national record. That's a solid dive. I mean, you can't PR every dive. That's a great dive from her. So close. Oh, Thomas on the oxygen. I feel like he doesn't need it. I feel like he's just doing that because he can have it. Have you spoken to him?
No.
You want to go interview him?
Sure. Can I have O2 as well?
I don't know. You didn't have a blackout, so you're not allowed it.
Did Claire do
There's
it?
O2 in the air. You just keep breathing.
Thanks.
Okay, so up next we have Luis.
Luis, yes. Luis has been training with us. Luis is from Malaysia. With us at Zen Freediving. That's what I meant.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, he has. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that he turned at 100 meters, right?
Yeah.
Do you know where he's at these days?
No, I haven't been training that time.
Okay, yeah. I haven't been going to those same training sessions, but yeah, I feel like it was maybe six months ago that Lewis did his first 100 in training. And then he's since moved up to the we have like a coached group and a buddy group at Zen. So he's moved into the buddy group, the advanced divers. He did push it, I think, a couple of times on those kind of 100, 105 meter dives. So he knows what being hypoxic's like. I've seen him with a couple of sandals. It's just, I don't know if he's competed before. Okay, so his best result up there is listed as 113. So yeah, we just hit the OT there. There's a few packs and starts. So he's very low to the bottom of the pool there. Sometimes it's nice when you're low to the bottom. It just makes it feel like you're going fast. Tiles go flying by. Do you know if Lewis has competed before?
I think this might be his first time.
No.
Because I chatted to him a couple of times and he has less experience.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I've got this wrong earlier in commentary then. I thought the best results there were best competition results, but I guess they're
I think it's
PBs.
PB.
Okay. Turn to 50. Good steady pace. Judges aren't rushing to catch up with him. But having said that, he seems to be speeding up a little bit now.
He does spin a bit faster.
Yeah. Kind of a bit of a bicycle kick style. So coming in to 100. And he's turning. Okay.
Going back down.
Yeah, he's up a bit higher there, and now he's coming up. Great shot of that. Oh, nose tip off already. Goggles off already. Oh, and he's dipped there, unfortunately. Ooh. Okay, I'm not sure I quite saw that. I mean, he took the nose tip off immediately as he came up, and then the goggles. I think maybe he could have been focusing on breathing instead at that point. And then what happened? It seemed like his first okay sign was underwater, which wouldn't have counted, right? I don't know. But then later it looked like the okay sign came above. But then it looked like he did.
But he did not. He did not break his okay sign.
Yeah, but
To
if
me,
if it goes under and then comes back up, that's a double okay. But I'm not sure. have to see what the judges say about that. Maybe if I was a judge, I'd need to look at the video. There's a lot going on. I expect that's going to be a red. It looked like he did.
Yeah, I think it was. They called it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Sometimes it's hard to see on the video whether or not the whole mouth's gone under, because for a dip, it has to be like your whole of your mouth submerged. Sometimes people get the bottom lip under and it's still okay. But I don't know what distance that was. It was around,
It's probably around 110.
yeah, okay. So kind of pretty close to his PB. Yeah, I feel like he had that on a good day, you know, maybe just focusing on some recovery breaths hard first before going for the face gear. Problem with like reaching for your face gear like early, like is that starts the surface protocol. So once you touch your nose, it's started. So now you can't make any mistakes. Whereas if you don't touch your face, you can do all kinds of things. You can make okay signs, talk, say anything. As soon as you touch your face, everything has to then progress in the right order. So if you do a couple of pieces and then wait to then complete it, in that intervening time, if you make an error, you're going to get a red card. Whereas if you kind of wait until you're recovered, a bit like Claire did, you saw her, you came up, bit of a shake, kept waiting, and then just did her service protocol kind of quickly at the end. There's less kind of room for error, I would say. Yeah. Although you see the other side as well, right? Divers like William Joy coming up and doing the whole service protocol in 1 second, and then getting on with breathing.
Honestly, that actually works for me
Not doing it
most of the
quickly.
time. Doing it quickly where before the dive reflex comes off.
Yeah, and your blood pressure drops.
'Cause my blood-
Sometimes you don't quite get it right, and you
That
stuck
is
it.
true.
Yeah.
That's why I have good coaches.
Okay.
Next up,
So
we have Jean-Noel.
yeah, also training with Zen freediving. He's doing dynamic, but he's doing it with bifins. Dynamic's a bit like freestyle. You know, you can basically do whatever you want. So most people would choose to wear a monofin just because it's the most efficient and the most powerful. But I mean, me with my taras, I'm better with my taras than I am with my monofin.
You mean bifins?
Yeah.
They're both taras.
Okay, well, taras, bifins.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree. Some people are just good with bifins, and some
Yeah.
people are just
But I
good with
think
monofin.
yeah, most people with when they do dynamic would do it with a monofin. But I don't think John Noel's really trained with a monofin. So it might be that he wants to get some points under the dynamic discipline because maybe he's done dynamic bifins before. So he wants to get just something on the board for dynamic.
Sorry about that. And we're back on the screen. He
Starting his
just
dive.
started. He is using short fins.
They do look a bit short, don't they? Yeah.
I think it's a silicone fins.
Huh. I don't know what his PB is. We don't have his best result up here.
So I've trained with him and he did a couple of sub-max, and I think maybe 2 weeks ago he did 110 with the silicone
Okay.
fins.
And has he competed before, do you know?
Yes, with static. I'm not so sure with dynamic. This might be his first. Oh no, yeah, he did before.
Was that the Zen comp earlier this year?
No, I think it's UFC if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Oh, is he
Is it-
speeding up there? Seems to be really, really kicking now. Maybe a change of pace there, but he's slowing down again as he's approaching the wall. So turning at 100. I guess your frequency of kicks higher when you got the small fins, right? Okay, how's this gonna go? So he's coming up decisively. So that looks pretty clean. Looks very clean. I think he's got a white card there, and that looks to me to be about 109 meters. It's a good result. If you're right about his PB in training, then it's pretty close to it. For a comp result, it's good.
Jean-Noel, he likes static.
Yeah, he comes to our Saturday trainings, which are mostly static focused. That's why I see him all the time. Occasionally at the other trainings. Okay, so wait for the confirmation of that result. But that's the dynamic section of the competition done. And we are we're taking a break now, and then we'll be back with part 2 of the static, where pretty much all the divers are going again. So some of them hoping for better than this morning. Some of them maybe just having to drag themselves through another comp dive. So I think we'll leave that there.
You might have more Florian now to interview.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Yeah, the result.
yeah, so we might have Florian coming over for interview in a second, so we'll keep this stream going. Or maybe not. But here are the results. So spattering of red cards here, but official there for Jean-Noel at 108. White card.
All right.
This is 112 with his red. So again, that was near his PB.
Okay, Florian is here, and I'll give the mic to him.
Do you want to put up an extra chair and join the questioning? Yeah, please. Hi, Florian. How you doing?
Hello. Hi, how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. You?
Good, good.
How was your dive?
Not so good.
Uh-huh.
Hypoxia hit me very suddenly and very hard.
Uh-huh.
So I had to abort. I don't think I made any mistake of breathing a bit too much.
Right.
I think it's just I put a bit of pressure on myself because I know it's good result what I did today, but I did 10-minute plus since 2019 in competition almost every year.
Yeah.
So for me, it's been 6 years that I'm trying to figure out how to get to 11.
Yeah.
And then in training, I've showed that it's possible.
Yeah.
And then now in competition, I keep messing it up. At the World Championship 2 months ago, it was a traveling issue.
Yeah.
I got denied entry in Japan, flew back, get a new passport. So I arrived so late, exhausted.
Stressful.
Yeah. And then this time everything went smooth. I don't think there's been any mistake. I really think that this idea of holding my breath for 11 minutes and being perhaps the first to do so is stressful.
Yeah.
And then it didn't work out today, but this is why I'm here. There's 3 days of competition, 5 more attempts. So I hope that in one of them I'll be as good as I am in training and then make it.
Do you think it's anything to do with like the conditions today? Were you cold or hot or?
No,
This is what you used to do,
conditions.
roughly, right? Similar to Phuket.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, flight was 2 hours.
Yeah.
Temperature is exactly the same as Thailand. Holding my breath with a little rain, I found is very relaxing.
Yeah.
With the sun, if there is sun hitting on my back, I'll just wear a smaller suit, and I'm used to it from Thailand too. So actually, I'm in home condition here.
Yeah.
And then just the organization is just insane, super good.
Yeah.
It's like I feel more comfortable here than at the World Championship in terms of organization, to be honest.
Well, we have a lot of experience here. There's a lot of comps in Singapore. Tom
I-
does a really good job.
Yeah,
So yeah, and actually not just Tom, right? There's a lot of people.
Yeah, so
Work smoothly.
Yeah, no mistake. Just I just need to chill, to stop thinking maybe too much about reaching it, and
Yeah.
it's easy to say, but it's hard to put it away from my head.
Yeah, of
You know,
course.
it's just there. It's just there. It's been there for 6 years,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, there's not many people in the world would be disappointed with a 9:45, but like you say, you got expectations.
yeah, just think about your personal best and think about having beaten your personal best at any level for 6 years straight, and then training all the time,
Yeah. And
uh,
beating it in training.
and beating it in training,
Yeah.
and then not beating it in competition. It's frustrating, even if very few people can do 9+, 10+, it's still disappointing. But it's gonna happen anyway. I'm not gonna quit.
Yeah, yeah.
It's happening sometime, but I want to be the first to do it.
Yeah.
And I feel a bit rushed because for many years I thought I was alone in the 10+ world, and now those last year, 2 years, I have students doing 10+.
Yeah, yeah.
They do in training. They're as good as me, and then
Yeah.
now the pressure is on.
I think that's freediving all over, right? Like the newer athletes just progress so much quicker
Yeah.
because they have people like yourself teaching them, whereas you guys had to find this stuff out for yourselves and just experiment. And I mean, you're still experimenting, I think, to a
Yeah,
degree,
yeah,
right?
we all are.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, there's way more coaching.
Yeah.
There's way more high level athletes who coach, and therefore they give shortcuts to other students. And there is Ben here, another French guy. I mean, he started to focus seriously in static 2 years ago, and in training he's at 10+,
Yeah, yeah.
fresh.
Wow.
So there's only the competition experience that he needs.
Yeah.
And others. This is just one out of 4 or 5 that I've met who just got to 10 minutes within focusing really on static. I mean, really hard. That's all they do.
Yeah.
But what I did in 13 years, they just did it. They just do it in 2, 3. Because of coaching.
Yeah.
And I think it's happening in the other disciplines. We saw at the World Championship, Sofia, I think her name
Yeah.
is the first woman who broke the 300-meter mark.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a very long freediving career at all.
It's like
I think I read 2, 3 years.
Yeah.
And this is from the coaching she received. She probably has like a very very big background in another sport somehow,
Some of that like discipline and like athletic discipline.
and then plus some of the very knowledgeable coaches all together. So it- for people like me, and I'm sure some other champion in dynamic who compete against this Sofia girl, I think she's from Hungary.
Yeah.
It's a hard pill to swallow. That's you work hard for 13 years, and there's someone like Ben here
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
is doing the same in training as you within 2 years.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know, it's difficult, but that's sport.
Yeah.
We are a young sport with no much money involved in coaching and sponsorship, and then coaching is becoming so big now.
That's the thing I think as well. Like you say, it's even the sports expanding. So now you're starting. When more people try it, then you'll find the guys who are genetically good at it. Whereas before,
yeah.
like there just weren't many people trying it,
Yeah.
and so maybe the guys who are genetically good never tried it.
Yeah.
You know.
Totally. You see the physics of athletes.
Yeah.
Like you look at marathon runners, they all have the same physics.
Yeah.
You look at 100-meter sprinters, all have the same physics. You look
Yeah.
at swimmers, all have the same physics. 5, 10 years ago, freedivers has all sort of physics.
Yeah.
Tall, short, little bit chubby, skinny. Now every champion start to look the same.
Yeah.
Because there is a certain genetic talent or gift you're supposed to have to be at the very, very top. Not to be good. Anyone can be good with good training, but to be the top, you need to look like a swimmer, or
Yeah.
not exactly like a swimmer, but there's a physical type
Yeah,
that start to.
you see that in other sports, right? When rugby went from amateur to professional, everyone started looking the same, whereas before they looked so different, like
Yeah.
much body sizes.
Yeah.
So what's your approach going to be for the next 5 dives? Are you just gonna
So
just try hard at try and pushing every one, or
so for now, my idea is the 3 competition in the morning are gonna try to make to 11.
yeah,
So I'm gonna just today I was coaching 2 students prior,
yeah, so
so maybe not ideal for relaxation.
yeah,
Also, I woke up very early around 5, so I was waiting a long time.
yeah,
And then I did a heavy stretching. So I'm just gonna change all the variable and see what's happening.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna try to have like a mental technique, some sort of meditation to not think about 11.
yeah, yeah.
And for the afternoon competition, I'm just gonna take this as a training. So I'm probably gonna stop the breath. Big ego, so it is possible that I stop at 9, but guarantee I will not pass 9.
Okay.
I just want to tell my body like we holding our breath all day long. You need to like be all the time prepared,
Right.
so without traumatizing it.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, let's say every afternoon competition it will be 7 to 9. I already had some food anyway, so I'll
Oh,
be
you ate. Yeah, I was gonna ask you, gonna stay
not
fasted.
big, not
Yeah,
big.
yeah. Otherwise,
eat
it's
a
quite
little.
quite late to be if you finish at 2:30.
Yeah.
And so then you're gonna take a nap between now and then, or
No, no, it's too short.
yeah,
It's too short. I won't take a nap, but I just chill, talk with the other divers. There's actually so many people here, so it's nice to, like everyone who competes is usually a freediving geek.
yeah, yeah,
So we like to share, like little tricks.
yeah.
Like how did you approach this? What did you do for training last month? What did you eat? So
Yeah. Well, we had Ben commentating on your dive as well, which was helpful.
we train together in Phuket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, he's gonna be. I better make it to 11 quickly because
it's coming.
Ben is dangerous. Yeah, Ben is in static. I don't know how long it's gonna take for him to really. He needs to do a few world championship. I don't know how fast he will adapt to stress, but he's gonna be at some point. He's gonna be unbeatable. I think. Yeah, he's got a physique very, very perfect in terms of lung size, muscle mass.
Yeah.
He's got the training discipline. He took some coaching from one of the best in static, Rami,
Yeah.
a former Swedish champion.
Yeah.
So he's got it all, and I'm sure he will be within a year to 2 years. He will be at 11. And this is pessimistic estimation. He might do it next month, Yeah.
So are you gonna start sabotaging his competition dives then?
No, no.
But are you gonna coach again tomorrow morning though? Because you did seem quite busy before your.
Yeah.
Are you gonna manage?
No. I think tomorrow I'm not gonna coach anyone. And then maybe third day, and then let's see if it helps me in terms of results. If something changed, and then if nothing changed, then I'll coach them again on day 3. It's hard to know.
I don't know, but I find coaching quite stressful. I find it more stressful than my own dive because, you don't want to mess up someone else's dive.
Oh, I don't talk to them so much while they're holding their breath. They tell me what time reference they want to know during the breath hold.
Yeah.
So, for example, Ben wanted to know 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 5 minute, and then after he wanted a countdown, 2 minutes left, 1:30, 1 minute left.
Yeah.
Aaron wanted something else, so this, and then there's probably 3-4 messages when I see their contractions start to be big, 3 reassuring comments, and then I'm watching their colors, their cyanosis behind the ears on the fingers, and then they know that as long as I'm not poking them saying blue, 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 they know that they're fighting only CO2 and there's no risk.
Right.
And when I poke them several times and I say blue, 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 then they know they start to be in the danger zone, and it's up to them to see how long they
Yeah, how hard they can focus.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah they're gambling at this point. So, but there's not so much talking. They're very advanced on those two guys.
Yeah.
I think talking constantly is great for 3-minute breath holder up to 6-minute breath holder. As you become better and better, the talking goes less and less and less.
Yeah, I still find like when I'm coaching, I'm just like on edge, waiting to see if they get it right at the end.
I
And
don't want to hear anything.
no, when I'm coaching people and like and they come up and like I'm anxious as to whether they're gonna get the service protocol right, and I can feel that my heart rate goes up.
Oh yeah, totally. Sometimes the coach is more stressful
Yeah,
than
exactly.
the athlete, or just as stressed as the athlete. Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
and it takes time to calm down after that.
Yeah.
Your OT. So.
It takes a bit of time. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's day one. Those guys are students of mine. I need to have some sort of I need to take care of them. They paid me. They need to get some value for their money.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to give the chem spray.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah. All right. We'll
Alright.
leave it there. Thanks.
Well, thank you very much.
Thanks for the chat.
I'll give you the mic
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right. See you later.
See you in a bit.
Thank you. All the best.
Okay, and so that's it for the morning session. We are going to be back at around 1 p.m. We're just going to give the cameras a break. Please
Give me a break.
check. Yeah, and give Pete a break. Please check YouTube for a new link. It won't be this link. It's going to be a different link. So if you go into the unknown.overdrive.app, you will see on the web page there is an embedded YouTube there, or just go to YouTube, Get Ecstatic, and you will find the link for the second stream.